and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys some great shows to watch on Netflix and some movies because we all know we're going to be having that extra time during winter break. I mean, that's the best because I'm a Netflix fanatic. I've watched many shows and movies that it's a guilty pleasure, guys. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to say I hope everyone has a great holiday. Today is December 22nd, 3 more days till Christmas. Oh my gosh. And whatever holiday you will be celebrating, I hope you have a great one. Let's just get into these great shows and movies on Netflix that you guys should totally watch. So I'm gonna first start off with shows, and I'm just gonna kind of say them and do a little bit of a description. To start off with Gossip Girl, and this is probably the first show that I watched, and it was actually, I finished it last winter break, which is kind of cool. It's based in New York City, Manhattan, and like Upper East Side. And basically everyone in the show is pretty much like rich and like kind of teenagers in high school. So if you're a teenager and you really like drama, like, you know, watching it, of course, it's pretty entertaining, guys. Like there's scandals, drama, and I actually love Blake Lively. She's one of the main characters. Her name is Serena, and she's actually one of my favorite actors ever, so I loved the show probably because of her. Also Blair, and there's also Vanessa, Dan. I'm not going to tell you guys who Gossip Girl is because you have to watch and find out for that. I like it. There's a lot of like fashion in it, and if you're like really into like the girly kind of stuff, you would really like the show, I think. It's pretty good, and there's a lot of hot guys in it. Nate, so hot. And also Chuck, he grows on me in the show. But yeah, that is Gossip Girl. Definitely a really good recommendation. There's about 5 seasons of that as well. And now a show kind of similar to Gossip Girl, but at the same time different, is 90210, which is based off in Los Angeles, California. And I watched the show after Gossip Girl. And again, like there's a lot of like, you know, drama and scandals and all that kind of stuff. And there's different problems throughout the show, and it's actually pretty good and entertaining as well. Again, like teenagers, and it's a very similar concept in the way in which there is, again, like fighting and drama, but at the same time like love and romance, and it's really cute, and I personally really liked it. And the main characters are like Annie and Silver. I can't remember Liam, guys. He's so hot. Oh my god. Yeah, there's also really hot people in that show as well. But that is definitely a good recommendation if you are looking for a show. And now one of my favorite shows of all time on Netflix, which is similar to those but really not at all, and it is called One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill is a show that I'm actually on season 9 right now. There's 9 seasons. It's one of the longest season shows that I've watched. But it is, guys, by far my favorite show probably of all time right now. And it just gets you in your feels, and you actually feel for the people. Like, I feel like I'm so connected to shows. I feel like I get a connection between the characters, and I know like it's all fake, but at the same time it's like I think about them during the day. I think about watching the show and seeing what's gonna happen next, and I feel like I can actually relate and feel. I feel like I've cried in One Tree Hill many times. Also in Gossip Girl, and I also know I've cried too. I'm pretty emotional and sensitive, but One Tree Hill is an amazing show if you guys want. And this one is not as drama filled and like all about, you know, the materialization. The main characters in One Tree Hill are Nathan, who's so hot. There's Haley, Brooke Davis, which is like my favorite character of all time, or if you guys don't know her as Sophia Bush. She is so influential, and in the show, there's so many life lessons as well, and there's quotes and things that actually like have changed my life around. I feel like these shows have actual impacts on my life, and that's kind of how I love TV shows and Netflix. And I wish like one day I can produce a show, you know, that's kind of like a dream. And another show is Jane the Virgin. And Jane the Virgin is very funny, at the same time it's romantic. It's very romantic and entertaining. So Jane the Virgin is about this one girl. Her name is Jane, and she was artificially inseminated. She has a baby, but like she's like a virgin. It's so funny and entertaining. We're on season 3, I believe. Yeah, 3 right now. Yeah, 3 on TV right now, and it's gonna start again in January. But it is such a good show, guys. It is, and there's like this Latino narrator, which may be kind of weird, but at the same time, it's really funny. And it's like a comedy, but at the same time, romantical and like drama filled, and I love it. And Raphael, one of the hottest guys I've ever seen in my life. I am Team Raphael. I'm sorry, Team Michael people, but I'm Team Raphael. Sorry. Next is actually a show that I'm currently watching right now, and it is Secret Life of an American Teenager, and which I never knew I would like or start watching this show, but I actually recently started, and I'm obsessed, guys. I started it about 2 weeks from tomorrow. 2 weeks from tomorrow I started, and I'm already on season 3. I know, I know, it's crazy. But it is about this girl, her name is Amy, and she gets pregnant when she's 15, which is kind of crazy. But at the same time, it kind of teaches you a lesson. And there's this guy named, what's his name again? There's Adrian. Come on, just come up in my head. Ben, Amy. Oh my god, why is his name blanking? Do you guys like hate that when you just like say his name and then it's blanking? Ricky! His name is Ricky! Yes, I'm so team Ricky. I love Ricky. He's so hot and he definitely grows on me. And I want Ricky and Amy to be married in the end, so I hope that happens. Another good show is Grey's Anatomy. I've actually never watched Grey's Anatomy, but I've heard it's really good. My sister has watched it, and I actually would like to start watching it after I finish some shows up. But yeah, I heard Grey's Anatomy is really good, and there's like, what, is there like 12 seasons of it? I don't know. If you guys have watched it, comment down below. And also, if you're like, if you really like crime shows and that kind of stuff, I heard Law and Order is really good, and like Chicago PD. Those are good shows. A lot of my friends like those, and I do like law shows and stuff, but sometimes they kind of scare me. And then we have Pretty Little Liars. I've actually finished all the seasons of those. I know they're going to be having a season 7 that's going to have 10 episodes that's coming out soon, so I'm excited to watch that. Pretty Little Liars is a show if you like scary and like horror kind of shows. It's basically like drama, scary, horror, teenager, scandals, and all that kind of stuff in a show. So it's really good if you like Gossip Girl and those kind of, like, actually, I can't relate to that. If you like shows that are like drama filled, but then you also like scary kind of stuff, Pretty Little Liars is definitely the way to go. It can be pretty scary, guys. So if you get scared easily, you may not want to watch it at night. At least I can't watch it at night. It's, in the end, I actually really liked it, but it does get a little repetitive with A and A and A, like, who cares? You found A maybe 6 times and it's still here. Like, you didn't actually find it. Like, you know, it's really kind of stupid at the same time, you know, because scary stuff is not even real. And then we have Orange is the New Black. I actually don't like the show as much, but I've heard a lot of people enjoy the show, and I wanted to like just tell you guys that could be like a recommendation. I watched like the first episode and I wasn't too into it. I felt like it was very inappropriate. So if I did ever start watching it, I mean, I don't think I would, but I've heard it's a really good show and a lot of people rave about it, so. There's also Quantico, which I actually would like to start watching. I'm pretty sure that's like a crime kind of show as well. My sister says Quantico is a pretty good show, so I would like to start watching that. There are many, many shows on Netflix that you guys can start watching, and these are just ones that I personally like and heard lots of raves about, but there's many shows, and these are just some of my recommendations of shows in particular. And now let's just get into movies, and of course, so the movies on Netflix, they kind of change. They kind of take movies out and then put movies in all of the time. But then there's some classics that they always keep on there. And I'm going to tell you guys some classics and some movies that they have on right now that I personally really like. The first one is that they have 13 Going on 30, which is like total classic. And it's such a cute movie. If you guys have never seen it, go watch it right now because it is so cute. I really like Jennifer Garner, who is the main character. And then we have Top Gun. That is one my mom really likes because it's really old, but the guy's really hot in it. So, I mean... And also Forrest Gump, you guys have probably all seen that movie, but they always have it, so if you guys are thinking of something to watch, that could be a movie you guys can watch. And then we have Can't Buy Me Love, and which this is also based off of like the 80s, but it does teach you a lesson, and I think it's such an adorable and cute movie. There's also Clueless, which I'm not the hugest fan of that movie, but it is really cute. Now some other movies that I would recommend is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is very funny and at the same time entertaining, and if you've never seen that, that is definitely a good movie to watch with some friends, because, I don't know, I feel like it's like, I think it's based off of like the 80s as well though. And 16 Candles, again, kind of like old, but at the same time, I love it. The guy's really hot in it too. It's really, the ending, all these endings are just so good. Like, it's like, I wish my life was in a happy ever after like that. But then we have Footloose and Grease. Those are both like dancing kind of movies, dancing and singing. And those both movies are very, very good. If you guys have never seen them, they're classics and you need to watch them. And they have the Scary Movie number 1, Scary Movie number 2, and Scary Movie number 3 if you guys like those kind of movies. They have many scary movies. And of course, Netflix has many, many romantic movies and movies like that I actually love. They're always being like changed and taken out and put back in. So I don't want to like give you guys a lot of recommendations, but I know that The Best of Me is one of my favorite movies that was on Netflix, and it is so cute. And do you guys know if they have The Longest Ride, because that was one of my favorite movies, love movies as well. And then Endless Love. They don't have it on Netflix, but you guys should go see it because it's an amazing movie. And also, there is The Giver. And The Giver, you probably have read the book and you're probably like, oh my god, I don't want to see that movie. But it is actually a really, really interesting and intriguing and unique movie. I actually really like it. So basically, they come in a world where like no feelings are real. Everything's black and white and there's no color. But at the end, they all are able to experience it, and they're all able to actually experience and fulfill life, and I feel like it is a good movie and to like experience, and it's very interesting, like sci-fi. And then there's also Bring It On and Step Up, and those are both like dancing movies and cheerleading movies. If you guys are into those are pretty good, and they have those on Netflix. So I know that there is many more recommendations for shows and movies on Netflix, but those are some ones that I wanted to share with you guys. Make sure you guys comment down below if you guys like any of them, if you've watched anything. I've been vlogging recently during the holidays, so check out my vlog channel and of course my social media accounts here. And I'd like to do a Q&A during my winter break, so make sure you guys tweet me, Ask Cloud, which I'll put the hashtag here. If you guys tweet me some questions, I will be sure to answer them in my Q&A video that I'm going to be doing on winter break, or on my Instagram photos you can ask me some questions and I'll be sure to answer them. And make sure, like, if there's like repeating questions, I only will be able to answer the person who asks it first. And if you guys would like, of course, to subscribe to this channel. And I love you guys all so much, and bye guys. Mwah.